if we got to go back to this Hill 175 Casino, and when Norm came up to this, and as I said, it was totally dominated by the enemy. So all day you're down in a Sangar. And what do you do with yourself? You're awake a lot in the night, but you sleep. And you think, and you clean your rifle and so on, or your Tommy gun as I had. And I start to think I'd always rather liked poetry at college, at primary school. So I made up a few verses about the progress, what we'd done so far through Italy, from over on the Sangro and the Adriatic coast. And I had an old guy in the Sangar with me, a chap named George Hickson. He was in his mid-30s. George had done a bit of entertaining back in civvy life, and he played a ukulele, and part of the ukulele was a cake tin. It had been damaged, but he'd salvaged the fingerboard, and occasionally we got a patriotic cake in a tin, and George had got, after eating the cake, well, quite often they were all mouldy, but he'd got the fingerboard attached to the cake tin somehow, and he used to strum this thing, and he could tap dance a bit. He is a big guy.
Most interesting
So
character.
I made the words up, and George put it to some sort of a tune, you see. It's a little bit like the Yellow Rose of Texas, but anyhow, you won't ever go at singing it, Norm. The Allies capitulated at the end of 43, so we hopped aboard a troop ship and we're bound for Italy. They shall pile this country up in heaps, the Munga comes in jeeps, and we're at the Sangro with the 8th Army. And the 88s go whistling round their ears like angry bees, and the Spandau bullets flying overhead. He threw everything that he could move, except the kitchen stove, and I wonder why the hell we ain't all dead. Now old Butch Freiberg thought we'd better have another crack at old Jerry on the top of Marabella. So we crossed the river one dark night and came in from the back, and we took the place right off that wily fella. And the 88s go whistling round their ears like angry bees, and the Spandau bullets flying overhead. He threw everything that he could move, except the kitchen stove, and I wonder why the hell we ain't all dead. At Frontano, Jerry made a stand and dug himself deep in, and had guns and mortars there to keep us out. Old Tiny said, well, never mind, we'll shift him out Bardin. It was old D Company put that guy to rout. And the 88s go whistling round their ears like angry bees, and the Spandau bullets flying overhead. He threw everything that he could move, except the kitchen stove, and I wonder why the hell we ain't all dead. He moved back to Orsonia, and we followed close behind. Our supporting weapons came up just too late. So we had our Christmas dinner way up there amongst the snow, and postponed our efforts for a later date. and the 88s go whistling round their ears like angry bees, and the Spandau bullets flying overhead. He threw everything that he could move, except the kitchen stove, and I wonder why the hell we ain't all dead. 'Twas decided that we'd had it on the old 8th Army front. The Heinies seemed to know our little pranks, so they piled us in the trucks one night and got us on the move across the country there to join the Yanks. And the 88s were whistling round their ears like angry bees, and the Spandau bullets flying overhead. He threw everything that he could move, except the kitchen stove, and I wonder why the hell we ain't all dead. We got over to Cassino, just a little south of Rome. The digging was too hard, so we built Sangars. We took up a Yank position on the side of Mount Cairo, and I think we've got old Jerry by the hangers. And the 88s were whistling round their ears like angry bees, and the Spandau bullets flying overhead. He threw everything that he could move, except the kitchen stove, and I wonder why the hell we ain't all dead. I can't finish off the story here, as Jerry's holding out, but I don't think he can hold out very long. Tiny's jacked up some iron rations that the RAF will drop, and about 1,000 guns to help us on. And the 88s go whistling round their ears like angry bees, and the Spandau bullets flying overhead. He threw everything that he could move, except the kitchen stove, and I wonder why the hell we ain't all dead. That's it.
You can see we were all bloody. We were all bloody mad.
When we got a few vinos, it became our platoon song. We could sing better in those days.
Oh, Ken MacDonald, who later became the colonel. He was proud of that song, wasn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.